FJ Cruiser is a car that takes you anywhere on earth, regardless of the road conditions, and brings you home safely. These cars provide you with opportunities to explore nature with confidence and in style. They are built with elements for both interior and exterior, focusing on off-road practicality and capabilities. Unfortunately, the production of these cars stopped in 2017, but they continue to be popular even today. In fact, they still sell almost the same price as they did when they were new. They are highly sought after. This is the type of car that you drive for a few years and you can still sell about the same price, thanks to the reliability of the Toyota engine. They stand out among all other Toyota cars thanks to the design that looks nothing near conventional. In fact, when I first saw this car, in my wildest imagination, I had never thought that it would have been a Toyota. So today I'm very excited to take you for a tour around this car. I'm going to tell you why it's weird, but it's in a good way. We are now on Borneo Highlands. We came with many other FJ Cruisers here, and we've stayed here overnight, and it's beautiful to be up here. Typically there is a Toyota emblem at the front, but this is not the original logo. This is put later in aftermarket. But it's got this Toyota in writing, very big, nice and clear, which I think is a very smart design because it goes very well with the rest of the design of the car. Most cars got the windscreen slanting, but this car's got its windscreen stand almost 90-degree upright. Because of that, it's very wide and very short. So Toyota decided to put 3 windscreen wipers. It's kind of weird, but it works. From the side, this car is not a typical Toyota. It looks boxy, squarey. It's very tough, muscular. It looks indestructible. This looks more like a military car to me. In fact, it's supposed to be a 2-door SUV, but 2-door SUVs don't sell very well. So Toyota is very clever that they added this half a door so that you can access the rear seat more easily. Everything looks huge in this car. Even the door handle is huge. Now, to access this door, you have to first open the front door, and then you can open this suicide door. Now, I am 1.7 meters tall. I've got tons of headroom, a lot of knee room, so it's comfortable enough to sit here long hours, but of course it's not as comfortable as sitting at the front. And the floor is not that typical floor mat. It's all plastic. It may look a little cheap, but it's very easy to clean. As I mentioned earlier, that this car is made for off-road capabilities. So if you go off-roading, so there's a tendency that you get your feet dirty very easily, but you don't have to worry when you come into these cars. You get your cars dirty, but you can wash it very easily. On the tailgate, it's got this spare tire and a reverse camera here as well, so you can see when you reverse. And the tailgate does not open up, but it swings open sideways. The boot space is not very big because this car is quite short, but if you have too many things you can't fit in, you can always put on the roof. In fact, I can also sit on the roof. By the way, don't forget to look at the house. Beautiful, isn't it? It's actually not my house. The interior design is, especially the dashboard, looks very strange to me. It stands upright. Everything looks very big and muscular. The knobs are very big. It's all old school. Visibility is not bad actually from here. Sitting position is very comfortable. Steering wheel feels very nice. There's so many buttons here. Some of these buttons are for you to customize, adding any other accessories by yourself. Just like in this case, if you look from outside, there's so many lights on the roof, on the side. It's all install later aftermarket lights. So you can add anything you want, customizing. So all of these are reserved for aftermarket buttons. Underneath the hood is a 4-liter V6 naturally aspirated engine. It's a big engine that puts out only 260 horsepower, which is very small. I don't normally talk about horsepower because it involves many other things, the shape, the weight, the aerodynamic of the cars. But in this case, I like to mention the horsepower because this engine is an old school engine. It's only putting out 260 horsepower for a 4-liter engine. But then again, because this is made to last, this is made to be indestructible. It can run forever as long as you change the oil regularly, religiously. They can run forever, pretty much. You can't abuse the car. The engine is never overstressed because it's big enough and it does not put out too much horsepower. Again, this car is meant for off-road. It's not for speed. It's got enough power to get you out of any mud. And it's paired with 6-speed standard transmission or 5-speed automatic transmission. But this particular car comes with a 5-speed automatic transmission. Let's go for a test drive. From the outside, the car looks really big, but when you're inside the car, you feel very nice. Your visibility is very good and the car feels very sturdy. It's very nice to maneuver around in this car and you feel very safe as well. It's not fast. No, it's not a race car by any stretch of imagination. A lot of people love to go out camping, exploring new places. They love to have recreational activities. So this car is the perfect car to do all of these activities. So that's the reason why it holds up its value very well, and because it's so reliable, and it doesn't matter how old they are, they will always run and they will always bring you home safely. Now, what are the negative points about this car? In Malaysia, if you drive this car, the road tax is not cheap because this is a 4-liter engine. It costs more than 2,000 just to pay for the road tax, and also it does consume a lot of petrol. It's a gas hog. You don't buy this car for fuel economies or for daily drive, but going off-road, going for activities with your family, it's a great car. Now recently these cars have become so popular, especially in Malaysia. We live in Kuching. You see so many of these on the road in town. I'm not sure if they buy this for driving in town, but there's so many of them on the road, and it's very hard to find this in the market as well because any car that is put out is all sold. So there is a good market for this car. Another thing is that this car is made for you to customize, so you may have to spend quite a bit of money depending on your need. And if you go out to muddy places, you may have to upgrade the tires and the track control and so on. So you may have to spend quite a bit of money upgrading the car to suit your purpose. While it holds up value very well, it's so expensive to buy one of these. It doesn't matter how old they are in Malaysia, these cars are always expensive to buy. They are all well above 100,000. It doesn't matter how old they are. So this is a positive point, but at the same time it's a negative point. For those who don't have much money, you will never be able to afford one. So thank you for watching. If you're new to our channels, please subscribe